So it just kind of hit me to do this. In 1 Kings 18, Elijah challenges the prophets of Baal. You know, it's funny, like, one of the commandments is do not worship other gods. Now, that doesn't mean the other gods necessarily existed. You know, I mean, there's all sorts of stuff about fallen angels, Nephilim, and these people probably thought they were gods. You know, plus money, anything you put ahead of God could be your God, like money. Nothing wrong with making money, but, you know, if you put it ahead of God, it's your God. Now, he challenges the prophets of Baal, B-A-A-L. What we're going to do, we're both going to set up altars. You know, you set the wood up, stone and wood up. You put a little pit around it. And you take a bull and you cut up a bull, kill and cut up a bull, set up them on there. So we're going to do all that, but we're not going to light it on fire ourselves. You're going to call on your God. I'm going to call on my God. So the prophets of Baal, they do all sorts of crazy stuff. They call on Baal. They dance around, all this ritualistic stuff. Nothing happens. And Elijah gets a little bit snarky. He says, well, you know, maybe your God is traveling. Maybe he's asleep. You should wake him up. But then, you know, Elijah says of his altar, as his people set up his altar, the wood, the stone, dig a trench. And then he says, we need you to get like some large buckets. And they get some large buckets and dump water on this 3 times. So it's soaked. It's running down. There's water in the trench. And then he calls upon the Lord. Lord, send down your fire on the sacrifice. And it happens. And it burns up the sacrifice. It burns up the wood. It even absorbs the water. So that's an interesting story about that, you know, he was proving that their gods didn't exist, but a simple challenge.